In this Autodesk Fusion tutorial, I'm going to show you how to model the E26 light bulb threads. These are curved threads, and in the Autodesk Fusion thread tool, we don't have threads for an E26 light bulb. The International Electrical Commission, or the IEC, sets the thread standards for an E26. It's under standard 7004-21A-2. So we'll go ahead and use those dimensions to create our custom threads. Of course, you could make an XML custom thread file, but this method allows us to do everything inside Fusion using just a few simple tools and sketches. To get started, I'm going to work in hybrid design. If you're in part design, just click the pencil and change to hybrid design. Then I'm going to right click at the top level component and make new component. I'll call this E26 threads. Then I'll create a sketch. Create it on the front plane here. Then draw a line by selecting the line tool. Click the origin and draw straight up. There are standards on how tall the threads can be. We need at least 16.3 plus some extra dimensions on the top and bottom. But 16.3 is a good enough for the thread section. Then press L and draw straight out from the origin. The outside major diameter of E26 threads is 26 millimeters. We'll multiply that by pi, which is 3.14, and press enter. The thread pitch of E26 threads is 3.629. Make sure that this line is vertical. Then draw one more line from this point all the way to the origin. Press escape, select both of these lines, press X to make them construction lines. Now we're finished with this sketch. Select construct, plane along a path, and select this path. Drag the plane until it bumps up to the origin, and then press OK. Orbit around, select create sketch, and click that plane that you just made along a path. Now we're going to draw the profile for E26 light bulb threads. Press L for the line tool, click the origin. Remember, the major diameter or the outer diameter of the threads is 26, but this is a radius, so we want 26 divided by 2. Of course, you could type 13, but sometimes you don't have such a nice number as 26. Then we need two arcs. Select create, arc, 3-point arc. Click once, then move down, then drag out an arc. Click on the top part of this arc, then up, and make another arc. Select the tangent constraint and make both of these arcs tangent. Use the vertical constraint and make the arcs vertically constrained to each other. Then select the equal constraint and make both of the arcs equal. Press D to dimension them. For an E26 light bulb thread, the radius is 1.191 millimeters. Now we can basically position them kind of where it's going to go. We want this outside arc to be coincident with this point. So select it, then select coincident and click here. With the coincident constraint still selected, click this point and this line. We need to make a profile because we're going to sweep this around to make the E26 threads. Press L, click here, and drag down to here. Since this line splits our profile, we can select it and press X, so it's a construction line. Now I can select this entire profile. Now we're ready to finish the sketch. We have everything we need to sweep the E26 light bulb threads around, but we need somewhere to put our threads. So, create, cylinder, select the ground plane, click the origin, and drag out. We need to make this cylinder the size of the minor diameter of the threads, which is 24.72 millimeters. And we know our height, which was 16.3 from earlier. Now we're ready to create the sweep that will make the E26 threads. Select Create, Sweep. In Autodesk Fusion, you need to select a profile, then a path. Select this vertical path. Make sure the operation is join. Now we need to twist it around, so type 360 for one revolution times the height, 16.3, and then divided by the pitch, 3.629. Then select OK. This looks great, except on an E26 bulb, this is also rounded. We can use a fillet to fix that. Select Fillet, then select this line and this line, and we know the radius is 1.191 millimeters. Press OK. Now we have everything that is nice in the middle for our E26 threads, but we need to fix the bottom. On a light bulb, it tapers down to make an electrical contact, and this is a standardized measurement. So we'll create a sketch on the ground plane. Select Sketch, and then the ground plane. Press C for a circle. This bottom part can have a minimum diameter of 15.24 and a maximum diameter of 17.01. So let's make it 16. Press C, select the origin, and type 16 millimeters. Press E to extrude. Our height is going to be 16.3. Instead of cut, make the operation intersect. Everything disappears, no problem. Change the taper angle to 60 degrees. Suddenly now we have a nice chamfer at the bottom of our E26 threads. Press OK. There's a little bit more of an extension at the top here. So let's create an offset plane. Select offset plane, select the ground plane, and we'll go up 16.3 plus 3. Press OK. Create a sketch on this plane. Press C to create a circle, select the origin, and we know the major diameter of the E26 threads is 26 millimeters, so type 26. Press E to extrude. We already have that profile selected, and instead of a distance, we're going to go to an object. Orbit around until you see where the threads end. Zoom in and click the point that's at the bottom of that thread. Instead of cut, select join. Press OK. On many E26 threads, there's a little lip here for clamping it on with a machine when you put it on the light bulb. So we'll make another sketch. We can use that same construction plane. Press C, and we know the major diameter is 26, so type 26 plus 0.5. Press E and go up 0.5. Make sure the operation is join. So now we have that lip that's needed at the top. But there's a lot of things missing on this. We need to make sure that we fillet out all the edges. Select Fillet, click this bottom edge, this sharp edge right here, and then orbit up and click this edge right here that's at the top of the threads. Type in 1.191 for the radius, press enter. That cleans up the threads pretty well, and now this looks just like an E26 light bulb thread. We'll add a fillet right at the bottom of this piece. Click Fillet, select this bottom line, type 0.5. Select the shell tool, click this top face, type 0.5. If you get an error, you might be on sharp shell. Make sure you click rounded shell. And because of the shape of this bottom, I'm unable to select this face. So just press OK. Then I can press E to extrude, select this face, and go -1. That'll cut out the bottom of the E26 light bulb base. So now we have everything needed for this piece of the light bulb. So now you have everything you need to know how to make E26 light bulb threads. Hopefully you're able to do the same. Happy 3D modeling.